Good day, everyone. Music Scene Investigation on the air. A special good morning to Carol out there who's just waking up, or at least she says she's waking up. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she was having problems getting into the chat room, so we'll put her off to waking up, right, Carol? Just to make you happy. I mean, I'm kidding, of course. We're glad to have everybody with us on Music Scene Investigation today, where we gather music from indie artists around the world and put them in front of our panel. Those artists can submit their music free of charge, of course, at musicsceneinvestigation.com. It's very simple to do. Just hit the Submit a Song button at the top of the page. You can fill out your login information and submit as many songs as you like. And every week we'll select 3 randomly to go in front of the panel. So without further ado, let's meet our panelist from New York City, Mr. Tom Chianti. Tommy, how are you, sir? Welcome. You're looking dapper.
I am fine and dandy, or dine and fandy, whichever. It was a bright sunny day, but darkness approaches and all gets still as the snow holds back for 12 hours.
12 hours is fine. I mean, it's almost spring, so I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, the only spring in this room is a reverb.
Well, at least it's not a broken plate.
There you go. That sounds good on some things, though.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm thinking more along the lines of Pink Floyd when I talk to you, Tom.
Oh, good. Well,
you're out your head on drugs?
No, I don't do that stuff. That's Tom. Tom's the one who has all the pills he takes. Prescription, of course.
Prescription prescribed by cardiologists around the world.
Exactly. So it all works out. Well, glad to see you, Tom. Hope the weather's treating you well in New York.
It is, sir. It is. And I look forward to a wonderful show with a good friend we haven't seen in a while. But, wait, we just saw Ian last week. Oh, never mind.
Because I say you saw me last week.
Yeah, we see Ian all the time. I'm hearing in the chat room that I'm stretched.
Well, you've stretched me quite a lot lately.
No, anybody? Do either of you guys, Tom or Ian, do you guys see me as stretched, Tommy? I don't think I'm stretched.
We're looking a little fuzzy around the edges.
Yeah, well, that's different. I'm always fuzzy. I'm warm, too. Ian Husbands is in London, England, everybody. He's in the process of finishing up the Ark, is my understanding. Ian, those outboard motors going to be big enough to tootle you down the river?
No, we haven't got outboard motors. Oars.
Oars. Do you have oarsmen or oars people to man them?
Just oars.
You just got oars hanging off the Ark and that's it.
Well, I'm thinking, right, if I've got to put a load of animals on, well, they can earn their keep.
Good luck on that one.
Can train monkeys. I'm sure I can train a sheep.
I know some Scotsmen who can.
Trained quite a few sheep.
You can take either one of those jokes and laugh. It doesn't matter.
I'll use the dogs the 2 dogs that I've got on board as well.
Now you might have some luck there.
Yeah, see, I've got it all planned out.
How many oars do you have? Because I don't know if you have more than 2 oars. I'm not sure only 2 dogs will be able to handle that.
Well, no, it's going to be more than, because if you being the Christian that you are, Rich, you should know that it was actually 7 of each animal, not 2, like most Christians seem to think.
Well,
if you believe in the story at all.
All I'm saying is, you got to have dogs with opposable thumbs.
Well, no, it's the sheep. I'm going to use the dogs to train the sheepdogs.
Well,
you're not on my level here, are you? At all.
You're just moving way too fast, apparently, for me.
So I'm thinking 6 oars, 1 for each sheep, and then we'd use 1 sheep to steer.
Now, how big is your Ark? How long?
Big enough for at least 7 sheep and 2 dogs and me and the family.
Oh, well, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
But only
Sounds
7
like
sheep.
An all-star cast.
You got to have 1 sheep. You got to have 1 sheep that sits there and bangs the drum to keep them in line, right?
It's a union job.
Or bangs the sheepskin, so to say. I don't know. All right, Ian, what is your shirt? The Green Arrow today, eh?
Yeah, we're on the Green Arrow trip today, yes.
And I heard you actually went out and saw the blockbuster movie Lego.
Oh, I did. I don't know who's more excited, me or my son, and it's absolutely fantastic. Really, really fantastic story. I wouldn't say the music was great, but there's basically one track that runs throughout the whole song for storyline reasons. But yeah, very worth watching. I advise everyone to go and see it.
And the ending, I think I saw on your Twitter, the ending was a surprise ending.
Yeah, a little bit of a twist at the end, which was kind of cool.
Now, we're not going to give it away, so you can all go out and watch the movie yourself if you want to. Now, let's meet our guest panelists today as Ian's dogs are going off in the background. I can hear them. I don't know if you can or not.
Not mine. I haven't got dogs.
Oh, I hear dogs.
Yet. I've got to get them to go on the
I
ark.
hear dogs. And anyway,
Do you want some witness statements?
I do want witness statements. I thought we'd introduce our guest first, but we'll throw it back to you for witness statements.
But we don't normally do it that way, so
I know,
don't confuse me, man.
I was trying to confuse you like you did me.
It's quite simple. Everyone agreed with us basically on songwriting and performance, and 67% of people agreed with us on mix and production. So song 2 was top of the pile, like it was with the panel.
And that song was, of course, the happy song by
Yes, not the
Spoons and
porn
Chops-
song.
Yeah, not the sad song, not the porn song. We had porn. This is really kind of funny, you know. We had porn music last week. Not poor music, porn music. And happy song, along with Nothing Can Slow Us Down. So if you've got nothing that can slow you down on the way to your porn music to make you sing the happy song, you're good to go, I guess.
Well put together, Rich. Okay, you can take the rest of the day off.
Thank you.
And I noticed that Mr. John Schroeder went for the porn music.
He
I
did.
think that says something about his character.
I don't know if it does or not, but we'll ask him next time he's on with us. Our guest panelist today is from Worldwide Indie Radio, otherwise known as Butterflies Radio, Mr. Mark Lamdanski, the main man, the main guy, the award-winning DJ, and his cohort Carol's out in the audience as well. Hey, Mark, how are you?
What's up? First of all, let me tell you, it's a real honor to have me today.
It is. I've heard that. I've heard that.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Mark,
It's really a horror and a pressure. Oh, I'm sorry, an honor and a pleasure.
Can I have your autograph, please?
The pressure is all yours, yes. My autograph, yes, it's on the way. I will FedEx it to you tomorrow. But I think I need to, send it through Queensland, Australia first so that Carol can sign it as well.
That'd be beautiful. Thank you.
Now,
I've just got pride to place in my toilet.
Ian, did you know you can actually already purchase autographs of Mark and Carol off eBay? They're going for as high. Believe this or not, Mark, I actually saw these. They're going for as much as, now the bidding's not over yet, so you still have time to get your bidding in, but the bidding is right now, as I'm looking at it over here on this other monitor, it is right now 13 cents.
13? Wow. That's almost doubled in the last 24 hours.
It has. You're very popular over on eBay.
I can see that.
Mark, if I win an award, can I get a microphone the size of a stick shift?
Well, the size of a stick shift.
He's already got one the size of a stick shift.
No,
Wow.
I mean on my headset.
Oh, is that what I see? You know what this is? It's a sportscaster's headset. So, I need to look like a sportscaster.
Well, you
Don't
do
ask
just-
why. I just felt like I need to look like a sportscaster.
And you do. You do.
Well, thank you. Touchdown! Oh, I'm sorry. Goal! Sorry.
So now, for those who don't know, Mark just, what was it, a week ago Friday, was in Los Angeles, California, and you were there for the Artist and Music Awards, during which time you not only were up on stage introducing the show itself, but you also were a little bit surprised, I guess, yeah?
What you sang about? Sorry, I want to stop you here. You were presenting awards and you won an award.
He didn't present.
No, I didn't present.
Getting back to that arc, something like rigging going on?
What? Oh God!
I missed that.
I get it. Rigging. He's suggesting that it was rigged.
Fix what?
No. Yes.
Just keep thinking.
So
It'll get funny eventually.
So if
I'm
Laurel
with
and
you.
Hardy will let me, if Laurel and Hardy will
I'll
let me,
mute him. I'll mute him for you.
okay. Yes. So you were asking about my surprise. Yes. It was a real honor and a pleasure to actually receive an award right after I introduced the host of the show, and basically Twitter Tuesday Live won Independent Radio Show of the Year at the Artists and Music Awards, and it was awesome. And oh wait, I don't know. Here, can you see? I've got my trophy. Well, it's my trophy. Carol's getting another one. So
she'll get the autographed picture of you holding it, right?
it's all about me, Carol. We know that. I'm going to get hit for that.
Yeah, you probably will. You probably will. Now, of course, for everybody who's not familiar with Worldwide Indie Radio and Twitter Tuesday Live, this is a broadcast that you guys do every Tuesday, where you bring an indie artist on every week. You'll have somebody different, and you'll be interviewing them and showcasing their music along with others, at least in the past you have, along with others, and just talking about music in general and how they make it, how they promote it, how they do what they do, right?
Yeah. And in fact, we are expanding our horizons a bit. We had last week an actor come on. We are trying to encourage upcoming comedians to join us on the show.
You hear that, Ian and Tom? You got a venue now.
Yay!
Yeah, we are going to actually hopefully add a comedy hour once or twice a day. Instead of music, if you want to come and have a laugh or two on the rotation. So yeah, we're trying to expand, trying to gain some more syndication, and let's see what happens.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Now, I also know that you went from a 2-hour format down to a 1-hour format. Now, was there a reason why you did that?
Yeah, I can only handle Carolyn's shorter times.
Not enough hard drive space.
Not enough hard drive space.
God, she's going to send you a bomb.
No. Well, the main reason was, we are syndicated on 8 radio stations live, but we're not getting. I'm sorry, I should have said simulcasted live on 8 radio stations and syndicated only on 1. And I think that one of the things we've discovered is that you're more likely to get syndicated if your show is an hour as opposed to 2 hours. So we cut it down. That's one reason. The other reason is we put a lot of work and especially Carol puts in a lot of work into preparing for these shows. And 2-hour show to prepare for is a handful, more than a handful. So we decided to make it a little bit easier for her. And since our guests, are the primary focus of the show, we can fit everything into an hour and give them just as much exposure and play other music within the 60-minute time period as opposed to spreading it out over the 2 hours. It makes the show go by really fast, leaves people wanting more when the show is over. And I think overall, I believe that the show is in a better place right now, better format, and hopefully we'll get more syndication out of it because of the shorter format.
That makes perfect sense to me. Now, Carol in the chat room, just to keep you updated, Mark, is really, really upset. She says you're in for it now, and
believe it.
You better have the wife open up the mail from now on.
Oh, thank goodness she likes.
I'm just trying to keep you safe. I'm not insinuating anything here.
Thank you. I'm going to put forwarding address to somewhere in Illinois, I think. Is that where?
Corn County, Illinois.
County. You got it.
Yep, that'll be fine. We'll accept all incoming mail there.
Okay.
So, all right, Mark. Now, tell me, what I know you carry a number of other broadcasts on your show, including MSI, and I don't want to talk about MSI. I want to find out more about these other broadcast types that you carry on Worldwide Indie Radio. A couple of them, and you had one of the gentlemen who was a host of one of these broadcasts with you at who sat down with you for a couple of minutes at the Artist and Music Awards. So tell us a little bit about some of the other programming content aside from Twitter Tuesday Live and all the great indie music you can hear on Worldwide Indie Radio.
Yeah, we have a great number of shows, and specifically who you were talking about was H.R. Cole. Now he was at the Artist and Music Awards, and he was in charge of the red carpet event and also the post show party, or whatever they wanted, after show party. And he came by and chatted with us for a little while. Nice guy. He also does a good show called Indie Spotlight. I'm proud to have actually a variety of shows. I mean, obviously, we have Music Scene Investigation on there, but one of the things we're trying to do is try to add a little variety. Not every show has to be about music. We have a daily show, which is also an award-winning show called Dare to Dream, which is on every morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Good show. It's an inspirational show. It has nothing to do with music, but we seem to get a good audience for it. She's got a great following, good sponsorship going on. Her name is Debbie Dashender, by the way. We have the Independent Music Show with Tom Lambert. He's a pretty popular guy. I met him last year at the Artist and Music Awards. I'm looking at my schedule here. We also have the Bugcast, which is actually from London in the UK. Dave and Caroline, they do a weekly show on Fridays, live, 4:30 Eastern time from London. That's a great show. And we also play a couple of shows by New Driven Radio, one called Excess and the other one's called Revolution. And, of course, one of my favorites is Revolver Underground with E-Rock. E-Rock was a guest on our show, Twitter Tuesday Live. Hell of a guy, great DJ, plays great music, and that's on every Saturday at 8 p.m. on at WWIR. And we're looking for more. We're always looking for more great shows to add to the rotation.
Well, I certainly hope you find some new fans of Worldwide Indie Radio. I hope everybody at least tunes in for Twitter Tuesday Live. Again, that's Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You need to watch it if you aren't, because it's a great show. I really enjoy watching it, and all the cut-ups from the peanut gallery, I guess.
To clarify, though, you're not watching it; you're listening.
Well, yeah, I am, but still, okay. I watch Twitter while I listen, so it's kind of a.
Okay, yes.
Thus, the
Sorry,
Twitter Tuesday Live.
I mean to correct you on the air.
No, that's quite all right. Ian does it all the time. I'm used to it.
Make a point of it.
Exactly, he does. He makes a point of it. All right, now, one more question for you, Mark, before we get to the music today. I want to find out from you. Now, I know that you and Carol have worked together for a while, and I want to know how Butterflies Radio got started. How did you and Carol come up with this whole thing? Was it something you started, then met Carol? Did she start it and meet you? How did it all work out?
Oh my gosh, it's a long story. Do we have time for that?
I'll give you 30 seconds. Give me the Reader's Digest version.
The Reader's Carol and I met on this online virtual world, 5-6 years ago, maybe more, called Second Life. And in this virtual world, they have these virtual nightclubs. And we had this nightclub. We were partners, and we had this nightclub going in there. And one day we decided we wanted to start adding some live broadcasts of these independent artists, and people would be able to listen to this. They were broadcasting from their homes, acoustic sets. It was really cool. We decided that we wanted to start a radio station that complemented these independent artists at the time. Went on for a while. Eventually, we got out of Second Life completely. I haven't touched it in years now. But we decided that we wanted to keep the radio station going and focus on it. And as we did, we started getting more and more and much better music. Right now, we have close to 3,000 songs on rotation, about 1,900 unique artists on the rotation. It's just amazing. The variety and the quality that's out there that people are missing out on just because they're sitting there listening to Top 40 all the time. It's a shame. It's a shame. And Carol and I decided we want to focus on getting this music heard. And that's what we do. And Carol busts her ass at it, and not only preparing the weekly show for Twitter Tuesday Live, but she does all the social media, promotes all the events, and Facebook, Twitter. I mean, she does a fantastic job. I couldn't do it without her. And Carol, you can send the check to me directly for that. Thank you.
It'll pay off the autograph you're sending to her.
And
right?
the resin and the radioactive material.
Yeah, exactly.
You were doing so well then in sort of almost being sort of complimentary without sounding too cheesy and like you were digging yourself out of a hole to put the check bit in at the end. Why would you do that? Because
I don't want to give Carol a big head. You know, I like to keep her on a roller coaster, you know.
Well, the roller coaster it is then, and I do want to get to some music today, guys, because we have 3 artists who have submitted their music for you to listen to and for you to critique and review. So let's start with today's number 1 song and give that a listen. Here it is, everyone. This is the first song on today's music scene investigation. Please enjoy it, everyone.
I keep on holding your hand, 'cause it's the only way I know you'll know I'm here. I keep on singing in your ear, 'cause it's the only way I can fight back all them tears. So I need you now to pull on through. Oh, the world won't be the same without you. So give me another breath and keep on fighting. Show me another breath and keep on fighting. They may say you're looking smaller, but you've always been stronger than Superman. I know I'll see you come morning time, and I do my best not to worry about them flashing lights. I can't tell your mama how scared I am. I'm trying oh so hard to be a strong man. So I need you now to pull on through. Oh, the world won't be the same without you. So give me another breath and keep on fighting. Show me another breath and keep on fighting. Oh, they may say you're looking smaller, but you've always been stronger than Superman. but you've always been stronger. Yeah. The Superman.
And that is song number 1 on today's broadcast. The reason I keep looking over here, I'm not looking at Tom. It looks like I'm looking at Tom, but I'm not. But I'm looking at the mixer I've got over to my side so I can get everything set up. So let's go to Ian and find out what he thought about song number 1. Ian, you've got your notebook there. What did you think?
Fantastic voice. What a voice. Yeah, his voice is the major selling point for this from my point of view. He's got a good voice, he's got a good performance in his voice, and lyrically what he's doing I really like. Stronger than Superman, and there's some good bits and pieces in there. I would like to hear more use of his voice, to be honest. I think there were some BBs coming in at one point in time, but quite late on in the song. But I would have liked to hear more backing vocals, more harmonies, more loud vocals, just to bring that chorus in a bit more and splattered throughout the verses in places. I mean, as an arrangement, the piece worked. But from a mix point of view, I felt the acoustic sounded too metallic. It sounded like someone was hitting the strings too hard with brand new strings with a plectrum, and you were just getting that sort of metallic twang to it, which I just felt was overdone. It was too bright and stuck out the mix too much. And I felt that there was no real separation between the bass and the acoustic. I think when them drums came in, and the drums sounded really flat and boxy, the kick drum was muddy, and there was no snap to that snare at all. And I don't even know if there was a hi-hat there. I couldn't really differentiate it, but they just sounded really flat and distant. And that was the big letdown for me on this, was the drums, because the sort of first verse into that chorus was nice with the acoustic and the bass and the vocals going on, and then the drums came in and they just weren't to the level of the rest of the track, in my opinion. The player sounded all right. There was a few timing issues as the drums came in, but they sort of got back on track and carried on, which was nice. Love the groove from that point of view. The drummer held a nice groove. It's just the sound of those drums didn't work for me. But, this is a good song. The guy has got a good voice. And I think with some remixing, this could sound even better. Maybe some more instrumentation. Just to build that end up, even the sort of, you had the sort of slidish guitar and that in there, but maybe some underlying power chords or something, just to sort of build that song until it comes to that huge climax that the vocalist is doing, but instrumental-wise, it isn't quite achieving.
All right, Ian, thank you. Appreciate your insight. Over to Mr. Tom Chianti. We go next. Tommy, your thoughts on song number 1?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. The guy, he's got a great voice, and it's structured well. It's got a nice little hook. Lyrically, it's interesting. My biggest problem is, for once, the vocals are loud enough in the mix. Unfortunately, everything is so thin and metallic, like Ian had said. His voice was like on the edge of distortion, a little bottom end, and really bring out the richness this guy's got. Like I said, and overall, I liked the way it started and built, but then when it broke back down again to just the guitar, bass, and vocals, I would have liked it to have continued on when everything came in. It would have been a chance to introduce an organ or something, and just keep it growing. And instead of breaking back down again, the guitar playing was pretty good. There were some, and like Ian said, the drums were, the mix was a big problem with me. But song-wise and lyrically, it's a very strong song. And if they remix this and maybe, like I said, keep it building once the build starts. Definitely some more background vocals with this guy's great voice, and he's very emotive, and it's a cool song. Again, the mix just failed me, but otherwise a good song.
All right, Tommy, thank you. And over to Mr. Mark Lamdanski from Worldwide Indie Radio. Mark, what is your takeaway on track number 1 today?
A really good tune. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I can't really add much to what Ian and Tom said because I heard the same thing, and I wasn't sure if it was just me. I thought maybe it was my headphones or something, but I didn't hear enough bottom end on my side. Again, that just could be the headphones I'm wearing. But it seemed pretty tinny to me in some points. At least the guitars. The guy did have a great voice. The beginning of it kind of reminded me of another great artist, Josh D'Amigo. And believe me, that's a big compliment because Josh is one of my all-time favorite acoustic singer-songwriters, and this guy is certainly on par with that. And that's saying I know many people out there may not know who Josh D'Amigo is, but let me clarify that it's a compliment when I say that. I would definitely add this song to the rotation if they were able to fix the mix a little bit more and make it a fuller sound.
All right, Mark, I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll tell you, everyone will tell you who that song is and who it's by. The name of that track, of course, is called Always Been Stronger Than Superman, and that's by Garrett on Acoustic. We've had Garrett on Acoustic on the program before, so we appreciate him sending that song in as well. As I mentioned earlier, if you want one of your tracks in front of our panel, go to MusicSceneInvestigation.com, and who knows, you could be hearing your song next. You just never know with us and what we do here. All right, gentlemen, we have 2 more tracks to listen to. Let's go right straight into the second track and get your thoughts on it after we hear it. Here it is, everyone. This is track number 2 on today's Music Scene Investigation. Enjoy, everyone. track number 2 on today's music scene investigation. Let's go over to Tom Chianti in New York City. Find out what he thought first. Tommy, what are your thoughts there, my friend?
This is a good beginning of a good song. I think they could use more lyrics, and the female vocal I think could have taken that chorus part a little bit better than I think it was the male vocal. He was a little pitchy, whoever it was, but the female vocal I really liked. I like the male vocal too. He just got a little pitchy in the chorus parts. I did think it was very mid-rangey, no bottom, and I'm really glad people are listening and putting the vocals up. The problem now is to make them sound better. The whoa, whoa, whoas were a little haggard, a little megaphony sounding. Overall, I liked it. The arrangement, like I said, it could use more, another verse instead of that musical break interlude there. It's a good demo. It's definitely got something going for it, and I really think that they should pay attention more to the vocals that they have really nice up there, but they were a little too crisp, a little too essy. Overall, the mix was missing bottom and a little pitchiness here and there, but a very strong demo.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Tommy. Thank you very much. Mr. Mark Lamdanski, what are your thoughts, Mark, on track number 2?
I enjoyed it. It was a good song. I liked the very simple chord changes, even throughout, even during the chorus. It was a very simple chord change. I loved the hook. I liked the energy that it, you think, oh, this is kind of a very low, laid-back song, and that hook comes in, and you're like, oh, wow, and you got the background vocals coming in behind you, and like, that grabbed me. I like that quite a bit. I really did enjoy the backing vocals. Yeah, there was a female voice at the beginning doing harmony. I thought that was she had a really good voice. I kind of struggled to hear the lyrics at the beginning. I don't know. It seemed to me like maybe the voice wasn't quite loud enough. I had a hard time with that. The male voice did sound a little bit flat in spots, but that could just be his style of singing. It did kind of remind me a little bit of Bono, U2, that type of a style. Tom mentioned the musical interlude. Getting rid of it, I didn't mind so much musical interlude. However, I felt it needed maybe more of a guitar solo, background guitar solo with some echo or reverb going on in the background there. I could picture that more in there rather than getting rid of the interlude altogether. But overall, I enjoyed the song, and if they were to remix it as Tom suggested, that could be certainly a candidate for WWIR.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Over to Ian. Ian, put those oars away and let me know what you think of song number 2.
Or what?
Or we'll get your sheep out. Never mind.
There we go. Right, okay. Yeah, like the song. Do like the song. Really like that little guitar riff that was sort of playing throughout. And I love the dynamics on this track, the way it sort of went from that nice, low, laid-back sort of approach into that nice big chorus. All the vocal layering, and, I didn't mind that the guy was a bit pitchy in places because his performance was there. You could feel the emotion in that section. Was it the bloke? Was it the girl singing? I'm not quite sure. But, there was edge to that, and you know that they meant every word that they were singing. And I can forgive a little bit of pitchiness in that sort of situation. It's, to me, it's about the performance more so than it is being spot on accurate all the time. The the little drop down that everyone's talking about after that into that sort of instrumental, I did like it. I mean, I generally like the ambience across this track in total, but, and I don't believe I'm actually going to say this, I really would have liked to have heard some real deep synth pads hanging in the background of that, just to add to that ambience. You know, to me, this has got an edge of people like Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone. If you don't know Mother Love Bone, it was the band that preceded Pearl Jam. And Andrew Wood was a pianist, so obviously with the piano in there, it sort of rung that sort of note. And the male vocal as well sort of gave me a similar feel. But, you know, it also had an edge to me of stuff like Nine Inch Nails, with the way it used that sort of big chorus into that kind of low sort of melancholy verses and stuff like that. And I just would like to hear them sort of deep synths to give it a bit of weight. Yes, it was lacking a bit of bottom end. Was there a bass player? They're talking about that in the chat room. Not quite sure. It was all kind of merged, the bass in there, and I would like to heard that a bit more, just driving that track through. My one problem with the vocals was in the start of the track on what I'm going to call the verse, when that girl was coming in and doing the backing vocals and some of the lines, it was like they weren't working together. He was quite staccato in his finish of the lines, whereas she was holding the notes on. And because it was just the two voices and there was no layering or anything going on, it just sounded like they weren't working together. And I would like to heard him maybe extend his notes a little bit and her drop her back in line with the male vocalist. So they were working together a bit more. Small point, but I think, you know, if you're going to sort of go to make these songs that bit better, that's the sort of attention to detail you've got to look at. Yeah, I really did like this. That again, that movement into that chorus was fantastic. Really, really big, nice, different dimension to the track. All the layered vocals, and you went from that sort of minimalist verses into that big rocking chorus, and it was good. I mean, the mix was safe, I'd say. You know, if you played this to someone, it's passable, but I think you could do a lot more of those dynamics with tightening this mix up and, you know, bringing in that bottom end, maybe a little bit of top to brighten it up a little bit in places, especially the piano. And you've got a good track.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
I think, if I may, I'm sorry, Rich.
Go ahead.
I interject. On the vocals, I didn't mind her overhanging so much. Maybe if he had a longer reverb or delay on his vocal, and then she did that, it would have blended better. But I did notice that. I forgot to mention that it did seem a little odd, but it wasn't a make or break thing for me. But I think they could have really fortified those vocals, thinking them up and just presented them better overall. And yeah, I love the way it breaks into that big chorus and he starts to wail and stuff. There was also some other, it was just very mid-rangey. There was a thin synth that went throughout that it just needed to be thicker. That's all.
All right, Tommy, and thank you to everyone on the panel for that. The name of this particular track is called, very simply, Tune In. I think those were the first two words you heard during the song. And the group is called 143. We appreciate their sending that track in to Music Scene Investigation. Now, if you weren't aware, every second Wednesday of the month, we do a little thing we call the hit list, where we take our songs of the week and put them in a competition with each other. And in that competition, some of the things that happen to the winner is not only do they win prizes from our sponsor of the broadcast, the Live to Play Network at L2PNet.com, but they're also promoted by our partners, Worldwide Indie Radio, as well as Indie Music Bus on social networks and radio stations all over the world. So if you're an indie artist, think about that. Think about promotion, think about prizes, think about the hit list. And, of course, send your music to us. We love to hear it. All right, guys and gals, we do have one more song. I want to play it for you now, if I could. So if you're ready, we'll get to it. Just give me a heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, that works for me. Here it is. This is song number 3 on today's hit list. Enjoy it, everyone. Or actually, it's MSI, not the hit list. I'm all messed up. Here it is, song number 3. That is song number 3 on today's Music Scene Investigation. You know, one of the things I like best about this show is watching the chat room, because it seems like as time goes by, everybody is starting to listen for those things that our panel's listening for. And it's really kind of cool to see that come out in the chat room. Mark, over to you for the your thoughts on song number 3, if you would, please.
Oh gosh, not my cup of tea, but for what it was, I guess it was a good tune. To me, it sounded very, I don't know. It just, everything was exactly in beat. The whole tune. There was no. Even the guitar solo sounded didn't sound free, and you know, it just was. Everything was. Where were the 8th notes and the 16th notes and all that? It just seemed to me that they stuck to us. I don't know how to explain it. It just, after a while, it was like, come on, do something else. But the other problem I had was it was a lot of guitar, and I don't mind a lot of guitar, but there was nothing else. Even the bass too was kind of like, it was there as just the support in the background. I think they felt like they had to have bass, so it was put there in the background. I don't know. It's just me. I don't really know how to comment on this, because it's not really a song that I would go out of my way to listen to, and that's because of the style that it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't really say much more about it.
That's all right. I appreciate what you did say, Mark.
Yeah.
Over to Ian. Ian, certainly hope you can say a thing or two about this. I know you can. Words never fail you. What do you have to say about track number 3?
Yeah. Right. Liked the bass. Did like the bass. I think Mark wasn't listening to it properly. I mean, it was the bass that was playing all them fiddly bits, and I thought the fiddly bits and the little rundowns in the intro and stuff like that. I thought the bass player was very good, and I liked the tone, and I liked the way it sat. I think the drums.
I'm sorry. In my defense, I do think that my headphones are not picking up the low ends too well, so that could be. So sorry.
Be. Better headphones, man.
I'm gonna have to get a different pair.
The drums, they sounded like they were programmed, and to be honest, for this type of track, not too well. They were very safe. Not a lot of fills going on. And the mix of them was off. Again, it just didn't drive the track from the point of view of how the sounds were coming through and what was being played. I mean, you expect one of these sort of songs to have lots of big drum fills around the toms and a bit more cymbal work and stuff like that. They just sounded very static. I didn't mind the guitar tone. I know what they're going for. I know that sound they're trying to achieve. And yeah, they were a tad loud. I mean, the whole track to me had a sort of Sisters of Mercy typo negative type feel to it, and which is cool. I've got time for that. But it really was in this the vocalist for me that let it down. It didn't sound like he was meaning a word he said to start with, and there was no transition in his voice. It just stayed on that one level. There was no movement into that chorus. And I really think, it was either in the wrong key for him, so he didn't have much room to move in his voice. I would have liked to heard the vocals and the verses maybe down a whole octave, so he's singing in a real sort of deep Peter Steele type voice from typo negative vocalist, and then really kicking that chorus maybe up an octave from where he is now, to punch it through. If he can't do that, it needs some higher harmonies and something to push that chorus up and out, not just instrumentally, but vocally as well. I mean, I did find, there was that nice dark ambient start intro on the track, which should have been cut in half, in my mind. It was a tad too long. But, and then it all came in, and then that was it. It stayed on that level, really, for the rest of the song. Dynamically, it didn't sort of go up or down, and then until the end dropped out, and it came out into that nice guitar riff. I do think there's some accomplished players on here. I think the guitarists are good, the bass player was good, but that vocalist needs to work on his vocals and needs to sort of make sure they're placed correctly in the song. If it's the wrong key, get the band to change the key. because he just wasn't able to push, wasn't able to give it his all. It just sounded like he was in the wrong place totally.
All right, Ian, I appreciate that. Thank you. Now we'll go over to Mr. Tom Chianti to get his thoughts. Tom, what do you think about track number 3?
I agree a lot with what Ian said. I think the guy was trying to go for, pardon me, social voce, a soft vocal, and it should have been very upfront and intimate, detached, and emphasize whatever emotion was there, and they were just buried. And you really couldn't pick up on whether he was struggling to sing it or he was going for a certain sound and the mix just didn't let him get it. The intro way too long. I did like what he was playing there, the bass player, and I liked when the solid kick came in. It did seem like overall it was a little safe in every respect except the mix. The vocals really needed to come up to the level of the other songs, their vocals levels, and I think that would have quelled a lot of Ian's, going an octave lower, an octave higher. If you could hear the emotion that he was trying to get in there, he was really trying to get for a somber, intense tone, and it just didn't carry through in the mix. I like the guitar sounds. It's got a lot of mixed problems. Song-wise, like Ian says, there are a lot of, there's some good playing, but the guitar solo was very safe, very quantized sounding. I think Mark was looking for the word, just da-da-da-da. Very simple and on beat. Overall, I really would have liked this song if it was presented better. And I think, Ian's advice about maybe changing the key or mixing up the vocal styling so it would have more dynamics, because it really did just reach a level and stay there. Again, a good demo, but needs work.
All right, Tommy, I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, we want to get everybody in the audience their opinions on what song should be selected as Song of the Week, as well as our panel. So if you hit our witness page and be a witness, fill out those witness statements. We'll bring you the results of those next week, and you'll find out whether you were right with our panelist or not. Now, I'm going to throw it over to the panel and let them make their decision as they discuss it amongst themselves and let us know what they think. Gentlemen, it is up to you. What do you think about Song of the Week for this week?
Well, I'm torn between 1 and 2, personally. So I'd like to hear what the other guys have got to say.
Well, I guess I'll jump in here. I preferred number one out of 1 and 2. That was going to be my vote. I really like the acoustic feel of it. The guy had a great voice. And I think it was the most complete for my taste. So that is my vote, number 1.
All right. And Tommy, what do you think?
Ian, you want to go now?
No.
No, coward. They all have their problems, Well, go ahead, Ian.
No, that was me. I just said flip a coin.
Oh, flip a coin. It's a coin course. Yeah, I'm torn between. I really wanted to like number 3. I think there's a lot that can be done with that, and it just needs. Out of the 3 of them, I think it needs the most work. Number 2, really interesting. And I too am torn between 1 and 2. I mean, I think I'm going to have to go with Mark. even though number one was very thin and bass light, I did like it. It did make those guitars sparkle, maybe a little too much, but yeah, I'll go with number one.
All right, Tommy and Ian, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's made my mind up, really. I mean, I really do like number two from the point of view of the production and the arrangement. I thought it was really quite interesting. But number one, the singer really was selling it for me, and I think, that is probably the one that's going to take the least to get sorted. So, yeah, I'm going to go with number one as well.
All right. Well, there you have it. It is unanimous this week, everybody. Song number one, Garrett on Acoustic with his track, a very long title, by the way, Always Been Stronger Than Superman, is our song of the week. Gentlemen, you would have to take the one that takes up the most space for me to type out.
This is the second week in a row. I think we've been unanimous.
Well, yeah, that's true.
No, we weren't. No, we weren't last week. Mr. John Schroeder went for Paul Music, and you and I went for Happy Song.
That's true.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I stood corrected.
Yep. So, well, it's good to know that you're unanimous this week. And Mark, again, congratulations on the huge award win, and the best to you and Carol. But thank you for being on with us today.
Can I have you all,
thank you. It was a real pleasure for you to have me, and I look forward to the next time.
You've been working on that line all week.
Just do me a favor next time, Mark, if you would, wear a tie.
A tie?
Yeah, if you're gonna
because
if you're gonna be a huge name in the business, you gotta dress the part.
A bow tie.
I was just gonna dress like Bieber,
Yeah, Bieber would get you thrown in jail, 5 to 10. Either that or deported, one of the two. I don't think you want to be deported back to New Jersey.
New Jersey? You mean Canada? He's from Canada.
I know, but you're not.
No.
They could deport you out of Florida in a heartbeat, brother.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
Jersey, this time of the year, forget it. No, thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. We'll see you on Tuesday. Who's your guest on Twitter Tuesday Live this week?
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Award-winning singer Katie Cole is going to be on our show this week. I am really looking forward to that.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it as well. You can go to Worldwide Indie Radio, WWIRradio.com, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, to catch Twitter Tuesday Live. And, of course, you can catch us here every Sunday at MusicSceneInvestigation.com. That's where we're at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. Ian, I know you know who our guest is next week. Why don't you tell everyone?
Shh, it's Bill Evans. You might scare him off.
Yeah, we don't want to say it too loud. Bill Evans.
Actually, can someone let him know? He's probably forgotten.
He probably has. I wouldn't be surprised. Bill Evans from the Live to Play Network. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for being here in the chat room. Please join us again. And we're looking forward to being here again with you next week with 3 new songs to put in front of our panel. Until then, so long, everyone. We'll see you next time right here on Music Scene Investigation.
See ya.
I keep on holding your hand, 'cause it's the only way I know keep on singing in your ear, 'cause it's the only way I can fight back all them tears. So I need you now to pull on through. Oh, the world won't be the same without you. So give me another breath and keep on fighting. Show me another breath and keep on fighting. They may say you're looking smaller, but you've always been stronger than Superman. I know I'll see you come morning time, and I do my best not to worry about them flashing lights. I can't tell your mama how scared I am. I'm trying oh so hard to be a strong man. So I need you now to pull on through. Oh, the world won't be the same without you. So give me another breath and keep on fighting. And show me another breath and keep on fighting. Oh, they may say you're looking smaller, but you've always been stronger than Superman. Smaller, but you've always been strong